Look, pretty much all of us walk every single day. But what if I told you there's a way to turn that simple, everyday activity into a super powerful tool for fat loss? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how to do that.
It's a fair question, right? You're already putting in the steps. But are you really getting the biggest bang for your buck? For most of us, the honest answer is probably no. So we're going to look at a few simple tweaks based on how your body actually works that can completely transform the walks you're already taking.
So what we're going to do in this explainer is break down 10 simple hacks. These are straight from the source material, and they're designed to make every single step you take count just a little bit more towards your health and your fat loss goals.
All right, here's the game plan. We'll kick things off by exploring the perfect time to walk for fat burn. Then, we'll get into how to walk smarter, not harder, for way better results. After that, we'll look at ways to power up your walk. And finally, the really important part, how to make it all a habit that sticks. Let's dive in. Okay, first up, let's talk about timing. Because as it turns out, when you walk can be just as crucial as how you walk, especially if you're trying to burn fat. All right, hack number 1. And this one is so simple. Try to get your walk in first thing in the morning, before you eat anything. Why? Because doing this puts your body in this really unique metabolic state that is just primed for burning fat. Let me show you what I mean. It all comes down to this thing called the dawn phenomenon. Basically, every morning, your body naturally gives you a little energy boost by releasing hormones that raise your blood sugar. So when you go for a gentle walk at this time, your body just uses up that free-floating sugar for energy. It's fantastic for balancing your metabolism for the entire day, and you do it all without needing a big insulin spike. Now, for the other side of the timing coin, a short, gentle stroll, we're talking just 2 to 5 minutes, right after you eat a meal. And this is a total game changer. It helps your muscles literally soak up the glucose from the food you just ate. That blunts the blood sugar spike and means your body doesn't have to pump out as much insulin. The key word here really is gentle. This is not a power walk. Think of it more like a metabolic reset.
So, we've got the wind down. Now let's get into the how. Believe it or not, just upgrading your walking technique can give you a pretty surprising metabolic boost.
This leads us to a really important concept, walking in zone 2. Think of this as the absolute sweet spot for burning fat. It's a pace where you feel like you're working, sure, but you're definitely not out of breath. The easiest way to know if you're in zone 2, you should be able to hold a conversation and speak a full sentence without gasping for air. This slide just lays it out perfectly. When you're in zone 2, your body is chugging along, using fat for fuel, and it keeps your stress hormones, like cortisol, nice and low. But if you push it too hard and get into that huffing and puffing zone, your body panics a little. It switches over to burning sugar and starts pumping out stress hormones. So when it comes to fat loss, harder is not always better. Okay, get ready for this next hack, because it is truly fascinating. We all swing our arms when we walk, right? But consciously emphasizing that swing is about way more than just burning a few extra calories. It's about activating a really deep neural pattern in your brain called the cross crawl. That's just the fancy term for your opposite arm and leg moving forward together. And check out this quote from the source material. It's kind of mind-blowing. The whole cross crawl pattern is fundamental. It gets hardwired into our nervous system when we're babies and we're learning to crawl. So the idea here is that by really focusing on your arm swing, you're reinforcing that original pattern, which can actually help strengthen your brain function, your balance, and your coordination. It's a brain hack and a body hack all rolled into one. All right, so once you've got the timing and the technique dialed in, maybe you're ready to, well, power things up a bit. Let's look at a few ways you can add some challenge and really accelerate your results. So instead of just that one steady pace for the whole walk, give interval walking a shot. It's super simple. It just means you alternate between a faster pace for maybe a minute or two, and then you slow it down for a recovery pace. This kind of variety is great for stimulating growth hormone, and it can actually be less stressful on your joints than just a long, continuous effort. And you know what? A killer way to do these intervals is with hills or stairs. Walking uphill is an absolute powerhouse move. It forces you to engage those big muscle groups like your quads and glutes, and get this, it actually puts less stress on your joints than walking downhill does. So here's the play-by-play. You use the uphill climb as your high-intensity burst. Then, on the way down, you take it slow and easy. That's your recovery, and it helps protect your joints. And this pro tip is just brilliant for everyday life. Always try to take the stairs up, and then save your knees by taking the elevator back down. You can also think about adding weights to boost the intensity and improve your bone density. But, and I gotta say, this is a huge but, you have to do it without messing up your natural movement. A weight vest is usually a much better choice than, say, hand or ankle weights, because it's way less likely to interfere with that all-important arm swing and your natural walking stride.
So, we've talked about when to walk, and how to amp it up. But you know what? None of it means a thing without consistency. So our final section is all about how to make these hacks a permanent part of your life. Here are 2 awesome habits that really lock in that consistency. First, track your steps. Your phone can do it, a watch can do it. Just seeing the data is a great way to stay honest and motivated. And second, whenever you can, walk in nature. It's actually been shown to lower the stress hormone cortisol and measurably boost your mood.
And now we've arrived at our final hack. And honestly, this might be the most powerful one of all. It's time to completely forget the idea that you need to block out 30 or 45 minutes for one big long walk. When it comes to metabolic benefits, frequency is way more important than duration.
3 to 6. That's it. That's the magic number. Taking 3 to 6 really short 2 to 5 minute walks spread throughout your day is metabolically way better than doing one single 30-minute walk. Each one of those little mini walks is a fresh signal to reset your metabolism.
You see, the big takeaway from all this, the thing I really want you to remember, is that we need to kind of shift our thinking. The goal isn't just about burning calories. It's about sending frequent signals to your body, waking up your metabolism, helping control insulin, and engaging your nervous system. That's where the real, lasting change happens.
Okay, so we've gone through a ton of stuff here, from timing your walks, to tweaking your technique, to just doing it more often. So I've got one simple question for you. What's the one hack you're going to try on your very next walk?